hold on. It broke my. God damn it. Hold on. All right, wait.
I stream seems fine to me.
Yeah.
No, there was no audio. Go ahead.
Hello, Pixelated Bunny. Hello, everyone. Hello, fan base. I hope that you can all hear me now.
Yes.
Welcome to New Amsterdam. It has been a minute, I know. So I think that we should really just jump right in with a little bit of something to let all of our new viewers know what this game's all about. So we're going to start with an image. It's in an alleyway. We get a title card that says Nord. Two people are standing facing each other, and we're not sure exactly what the issue is, but it's clear that there's an issue as we get a camera angle behind one of them that slowly goes down and shows that they're holding a lead pipe, and it pushes to the right, showing the silhouette of the other holding some sort of makeshift blade or shiv. All of them are, or both of them are looking at each other. And the first one with the lead pipe immediately makes a run, like starts taking a straight header towards this guy with the blade. The guy with the blade tries to make a swing but misses, and the guy with the pipe kind of comes in underneath. He was ready the whole time. He takes a big shot at the guy with the knife's chest. He hits, and the guy with the knife kind of pulls back a little bit. Kind of says, "You motherfucker," and like immediately sprints forward, and we hear just a sickening wet sound as it's clear the knife has punctured the man with the lead pipe's chest. And he drops to the ground, and immediately his coat gets opened by the other guy, who reaches in and grabs for something and immediately runs away. And as he runs away, he drops one of the many things he grabbed in his fist, which appears to be similar to the pile he's holding in his hand, several cheese-flavored K rations. We are going to cut now to Tartarus, the club in which everyone is in. And we're actually going to start off with a pretty early on conversation. Cash, you have currently just like gotten out of the funeral, the wake that had just been held, right?
Yeah.
And Trixie is probably at the bar a little bit farther away from Connor's friends, but she's kind of at the bar hanging out, and probably waves you over.
Yeah, I'll go over there.
Yeah, and you head over, and she's like, "Hey, how's
Hi.
it going, Luna?"
Oh, it's fine, I guess.
We just got a sub.
Oh, yeah?
Hello.
A resub.
Hello,
Yes.
Ankar. Thank you for the 6-month resub.
Hey,
Appreciations.
thank you.
Sorry, continue.
It's fine. I don't know. I'm sad, I guess. I don't know. How are you?
And she kind of pauses when you say, "I'm sad," and kind of looks around and goes, "Well, it's the place for it." And she'll take a drink and go, "I wanted to talk about something."
Okay. Like you want to talk, or like you just want to talk? Because there's two different kinds of I want to talk, and I'm just wondering what kind of we like. Go ahead. Never mind. It's fine. Please.
And she kind of looks at you and goes, This heist, like, that's gonna happen."
Oh, the heist. That's what you want to talk about. I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't foresee a way to not do it.
And she's like, "Okay, I just, sorry, it's just weird. One minute I go from painting murals on the side of the building, and my girlfriend is hacking on the side, and now my wife is doing a huge heist, and I was brought in the loop on it. And I mean, I'm not upset. It's just a lot, you know?
Yeah, I know. I know. Listen, we had said no secrets, right? Like,
She
no
nods.
secrets. No bullshit. So, if it's too much, you don't have to be here. You don't have to be in the loop if you don't want to be in the loop. I want you to know what's happening because we said no secrets.
And yeah, she kind of nods and goes, no. Trust me. Like I said, I'm not mad. It's just, I mean,
Weird.
we're going to make a lot of money from this. Like, this is, and I know that we've already made like a good amount of money and like we've got a lot set back, we don't have to worry about, living fees and stuff. But I mean, like, this is going to be like a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
what are we going to do with it?
Well, I guess the question is, what do you want to do with it?
And she's like, I never thought I'd have a lot of money.
Are we at the bar right now?
Yeah. You're in a quiet part of the bar. Remember, the bar is closed. It's only the people going to the wake.
Okay.
We just got
Thank
another
you, by the way, Distal,
please.
for the subscriber. Thank you very much.
Nice.
I'm gonna take this woman by the hand,
Mm-hmm.
pick up my drink, motion for her to pick up her drink, and we're gonna go for a walk.
Yeah.
And I'm going to walk her down to the runner's suite.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna bring her into my office and shut the door. And say,
Right.
Trixie, I don't think we've actually talked about money yet.
Yeah, and she kind of she looks at you and she shrugs and goes, "Yeah, we haven't."
No. Okay. So all of this, everything here, do you know how I have acquired all of this stuff?
And she's like, "Not the details, but I think I got the broad strokes."
Okay. So I brought Zween Shemaya in as a partner for the Pirate Bay.
And she like immediately her eyes go wide. She's like,
yeah,
what?
right. I know. Everybody else has the same reaction. That's how we ended up getting married at her club. That's what I asked for in return.
And yeah, she looks completely in shock.
Yeah, I figured. Also, Jemaya also gave me a pretty substantial advance to make the Pirate Bay happen. It has to be productive, which is why I have employees now. And I have all of these things now. How much money do you think that we're going to make off of this heist that's coming in? You and I, like just our part of it.
And she's like, well, maybe like 20K, 30K.
And I'm gonna take her hand and I'm gonna kiss her very gently.
Yeah.
And then lean back and go, babe, I've got $625,000 in the bank. We can't spend it right now, but that's what I've got.
And she's going to look at you with like, she's like, you have $500,000, over $500,000 eddies.
Yes.
And she just like pauses for a moment, and like she has one of those moments where she like leans on her hand, like she's just like, holy shit, like, you know what I mean?
And then I'm going to maybe like touch her shoulder and just be like, we anticipate making a lot more. So this 20,000, this heist, I'm doing this to help Tartarus and the club. I'm doing this to help the people that work here. But at the end of the day, my priorities sit here, and my priority sits with you. And everything that I do, I'm doing so that you can live a comfortable life, because you deserve a comfortable life. And I love you.
And she kind of pauses. She's like, I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything, because we got married, so half of it's yours.
And she kind of like looks off, and she just like gives you like this hug and is like, if anything happens, I
Wait,
am
me?
going. Yeah. And she's
Yeah.
like, if anything happens, I am going to. And then she kind of pauses and goes,
Take the rest of the money is what you should answer with. Yeah.
and she kind of goes, I trust you.
Yeah.
Please don't get in over your head.
I'm going to do my best. I really am. As I'm doing that, she's going to get transferred bank account numbers
Mm-hmm.
and exact numbers of everything. And she's also getting the will that we had talked about.
Yeah.
And it's, I wanted to save it for if Cash dies, but ideally I don't want Cash to die. So
Yeah.
the will states that currently Queen Jemima has 10% of the business. Queen Jemima will take, Zween Jemima will take 20% of the business. My 3 employees will each take 20, 40, 50. Was it 10% for them? Is that right? Yeah, 20, 30, 40, 50.
I think you gave it to where everybody had an equal share.
Everybody had an equal share, but then I wanted Trixie to be in control. So I think they end up getting like 9%. That's what I'd like to do. So Jemima gets 20, the employees get 9, and Trixie will get 53% of the business. And with that 53%, she can do whatever she wants with it. She could walk away, she could sell it, she can do anything she wants that makes her happy, but it's hers because it's her nest egg for if I die. So I tell her, all of that. And I'm like, but the contingency is you can't kill me yourself to get this. Okay. Like, that's the only thing.
And as this is going, you can tell, because you've known this woman for a while now, obviously, she's your wife. She is like genuinely, there's a few emotions. She doesn't know how to react. Yeah. But like her gut reactions are that she's relieved and very afraid.
Oh shit. Well, I didn't want to scare her. That wasn't my intention.
But I mean, you did just kind of give her
everything.
All of this information and then was like, also, this is what's in my will.
Right. Yeah, I know. I guess it'd be best to tell you now while I'm alive instead of you finding out later when I'm dead. And if there's anything you want to change, we can change it. Please don't be scared. Listen, I love you. This job is hard. And sometimes people die. And I just want you to be safe. And I want you to be okay.
And she probably looks at you and she goes, I need to think about some things. Not bad things.
Okay.
Just I need some time to process.
I know. It's a lot.
But I want to know how your business runs.
Yes. Oh, by the way,
Mhm.
Also in the will, can I give her my large shareholder of Tartarus?
That one, I mean, you
I
could
don't
put it
know
in
if
the
I
will.
could.
The
don't know
question
if it
would be
would
enforcement.
Right. I don't know if that could be enforced. I'm not going to, because I don't think that could be enforced.
I can set
I
your mind
don't
at
think
ease.
that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, if someone like if someone like Trixie gets it, Lucky
Yeah.
will back it wholeheartedly. If
Mm.
someone like Violet tries to sell his off to a corporation because nothing was ever written down,
Okay.
fuck Violet.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's good to know. So then in the will, I will also include the large shareholder portion of Tartarus.
Yeah.
Just everything. She gets everything because
Yeah.
I want her to be fucking safe. I love this
Yeah.
woman. I care about this woman. That is my end goal. Keep her safe.
Yeah. And she
So it's
says,
a lot.
yeah. And she says, I think I'm going to get another drink. And then she like looks at her drink and notices that it's not empty and just drains it immediately.
Yeah.
And she'll like set the glass on the couch. She'll give you a kiss and she'll be like, I'm going to take a walk. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I'm sorry if this is
And
too much. I'm sorry.
she's like, don't be sorry. I know that you care. It's just,
It's a lot.
it's a hard thing to think about.
I know. But in the interim, there's money to spend. Maybe think about if you'd like to get something nice.
Yeah. And she'll kind of give you kind of like a slight smile and go, oh, if you think that after I know this, the edit cards aren't going to be completely maxed. And she
No,
gives you
please
like a
don't.
slight mischievous grin.
God, please don't. It's still actually business money. I have to keep everything up, okay?
And she
Please
gives
don't
you,
spend it all.
she gives you a wink and she's gonna walk out.
Okay. God. Okay.
And I think at about that point, you actually do get a really quick phone call.
Okay.
Yeah. And it is from, what was the name of your contact who had the
Reskin.
say what?
Reskin, the Democracy LTD dispatcher.
Thank you.
Reskin.
Reskin.
Yes.
Yeah, you get a call from Reskin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, bud. What's up?
Hey, so I was just wondering, right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you wanted like a first responder card?
Let me check really fast and make sure. I think yes. It's like a first responder, but it has to be like fire department specific.
She's like, or he's like, yeah, I can do that. Can I ask why?
Do I have to answer to get the card?
I mean, that implies it's shady shit. So I can find you a number, okay? I can find you.
Uh-huh.
There's plenty of dead cards out there, and trust me, it's easy. It is easy to find these. But
Yeah.
I gotta make sure two things, right?
Mm-hmm.
First, I need to make sure that this isn't gonna come back to me,
Correct.
right? So like if you
Right.
get like put up in a jail cell or something, like you're not gonna be like, it was me. Like it was
But
like
I can't. I don't have time for that. And you don't have time for that. If I get fucking caught by my own bullshit, I'm gonna have to deal with my own bullshit. Okay? You're not in it. You're not here. We don't even know each other.
kind of nods and goes, cool, right on. Second thing, could you wire me like 5,000 eddies?
Whoa, that's a lot of eddies.
Kind of like, yeah, but also you're asking me to go through Democracy LTD archives, and even a login attempt might get me brought to an office in which I gotta explain shit.
Hey, I am not gonna wire you 5,000 eddies. However,
Make Lucky do it.
I
We were given
will
budget money specifically for this.
I will have someone wire you 5,000 eddies.
Okay,
Preferably
bet.
that's someone that has nothing to do with me.
Sure, that makes sense. Actually, you know what?
Mm,
Fuck, that's smart as fuck. That's smart.
mm,
Absolutely.
mm,
I can fuck with
yeah.
that. Just
Right. Thank
you
you.
know my deets. Just
You
like
do.
have them send it, and then as soon as that's there, I got a proxy email. I'll send something through it. You'll get the
Okay.
card. All you gotta do is burn it onto a hot card, and that's it. Easy.
Yeah. Excellent. Very cool. I appreciate you. How soon can you get that to me?
I mean, as soon as I get the money.
Okay. Expect to see something in the next couple hours.
Have
You
Omen
got
send
it.
it. No one's gonna question a rock star sending money.
I
Thanks for
love
the
that.
fun
Yes.
night.
Oh, I
Yes.
love
That's
that.
a fucking great idea. I'm
Don't you
gonna
mean the
fucking
newest Dread Pirate? The
well.
publicly
Fair.
proclaimed newest
That
Dread
is
Pirate?
fair.
Oh shit, you're right. Well,
Yeah.
doesn't Lucky have like proxy accounts that she can send shit through?
You talk to her, she'll talk to Boris.
Okay. I'd like to go and find Lucky because this is a pretty big deal and it kind of hinges on our fucking success. So,
Okay.
Oh no.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
while we do that, we will get back to that in just a second. Because we're going to go to Scene.
Ah,
Now, Scene, you told me you wanted to put out some feelers to find an AV, right?
oh yes. I mean, technically,
Okay.
don't I have that AV that I hijacked during the last
You guys disposed of
battle?
that in the river, remember?
No, remember I shut one down, and then when I left to leave for the long extended
No,
break.
no, that's an APCA.
Oh, APC. Never mind. Okay, yeah. Then I need to put out feelers for an AV.
Yeah. Okay. So you put out some feelers for an AV, and you actually get a call back from somebody that you know. You get a call back from Pocket.
Okay.
And they basically say what kind of AV, like it's text.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Capable flight matches. What are we trying to pretend to be?
EMED.
EMED matches. The shape and size of EMED vehicle.
Yeah.
Because we can repaint between not Skilch.
R.I.P.
so long.
Serum.
Serum, yes.
R.I.P. Skilch. Yeah.
Between Serum and I, we can easily repaint it and make it look
Okay.
right.
Yeah. You actually get a message back. Got it perfect. Meet me at these chords and send you some coordinates.
Okay. And Pocket's one of the family, right?
Yeah, he's one of the family.
Okay. It's nice having family.
Yeah. Oh no, sorry. Pouch.
Pouch. Okay.
Yeah.
I had it written down on the old
Right.
sheet, but I don't have the
Pouch is the head of the family.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. Well, you're enough of a big shot that the family would totally you deal with anyone in the family.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get some coordinates from Pouch that are actually in the forest outside of the city.
Easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Hell yeah. So you head out there?
Yeah, I'll go out there. I'm gonna take the bike.
Okay.
Because if I'm gonna be getting an AV, I'll need to drive the AV. I can't have the van and the AV.
Right. Oh yeah, so you're gonna use one of your backpack bikes.
Yes.
Oh, those are sick as fuck.
Little backpack bike.
Yeah. So you head out of town, and as you go to the town checkpoint, it's easy to get through. You probably don't have anything contraband that's easy to find,
I don't have anything.
Right. I mean, what are they going to do? Look at your gun and go, or look at your crossbow and go, you have a crossbow.
Yeah. Oh no,
You
that's so dangerous.
Right, exactly. I mean, fuck, you probably have a hobby license for it or some shit just to cut down on the bullshit. But yeah, you head out into this immaculately groomed forest. You see that there's a couple Holland forestry drones that are kind of flying around. You see a wolf that's about to run out to into the road that a Holland forestry drone hits with a tranq dart, and it skids right before it hits the road. Classic stuff.
Yeah.
But you turn off onto the road that you kind kind of you remember going down. It's a familiar sort of area because it's a clearing. And you head through this kind of super dark, this super like at this point it's still like it's late evening. You know what I mean? You end up in a clearing and you see that there's a tarp over what is clearly an AV, painted in white. And you see Pouch standing there, kind of. He's just to re-describe, he's a slightly bigger dude. He's bald and he's got the kind of the handlebar mustache that he let grow out to grow down into sort of a beard situation. And he's wearing like kind of buckskin sort of clothing with like some road leathers to accentuate.
I love it.
Yeah. And you know, you pull up and he holds up his hand as he leans against the AV. You know, like a wave sort of thing.
Yeah, I do like a little swerve, and as I swerve, I'm like stepping off the bike, and it folds up, and I just fling it on my back.
Oh, hell yeah. And he probably goes, yeah, style points. Kind of reaches out to give you a handshake and such.
Oh yeah, I'd probably give him a hug.
Ah, he'll give you a hug back. Absolutely, because that's how family do. For those of you in the audience, think of the Chippers, kind of like the Aldecaldos in Cyberpunk 2077. It's very much they're nomads. They're nomad tribes in the forests of Holland, and basically, you know, he kind of starts. He looks at this and goes, "So, NApple AV. Something tells me that you're not going into the medical business."
Oh no, we're gonna have a little fun in the city, you know, at the expense of some upper class corporations, you know, the usual.
Fuck him. Fuck him. Kind of like gives you a big grin. And he's like, oh, this bad boy. Now, I've kept this a bit of a family secret for a while, but way back in my stupid days, well, I happened to find myself in possession of a certain rocket-propelled armament system that I may or may not have goaded out a what I thought was a strategical boon at the time. The only problem is, the second you knock an EMAD vehicle out of the air, more EMAD comes looking, and once you boot it up, EMAD starts having a question about it. Good news is, this was 20 years ago. So, and he kind of shrugs and goes, they've had enough firmware update or firmware changes, and top of that, I removed every single tracking bug this thing could have had. This is 100% squeaky clean. If you get squawk codes for it, they're going to look at it and they're going to say, yeah, that's the right one. And he kind of takes it and he yanks off this tarp, and so you know when you see like an old ambulance and you can immediately tell, oh, that's not an ambulance in service anymore.
Yeah.
He's got this old EMAD AV, and he goes, it don't look the normal. It don't look the modern standard. You need a full body kit for something like that. But close enough for jazz, in my opinion.
You know who you're talking to. I'll make it up to par.
Kind of grins, and he goes, now, she lists a little to the left on account of the, the high-grade anti-armor rocket that went through her on the left. But other than that, she's about normal.
There's only a
Keep that in
couple
mind.
bullet holes in this car. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Hey, a vehicle that leans to the left gives you a better sharp left turn.
He kind of grins and goes, absolutely. And he kind of pauses and leans against it. And there's this awkward silence, you know?
Yeah.
It's clear he's kind of thinking about something. He goes, it's been a while since you know. Well, it seems like your work, you know.
I only recently returned to the city. I spent a very long time with them. Remember?
Oh, that's true. That's true. But he's
Yeah.
probably he's still probably gonna go, looks like your looks like your work might be taking you back out there. You putting down roots?
No, my roots stay in one place. just doing something on the side to get a little money. And hell, if I don't return this in one piece, I'll still have some money to pay for it.
Kind of looks and grins, and he goes, "Well, listen, I think you got some important stuff that you're doing. Seems, you got a name that's bigger than us at the moment, and well, they up their patrols, and I think they're catching on. I don't know what's happening, but I think that I think we're gonna have to dip for a little bit."
Okay.
He goes, "I'm not telling you what to do. Matter of fact, I'll tell you one thing. You would be kicking yourself if you don't at least do what you're about to do. And it's not like we're going away forever, or that going away doesn't mean you can't come to us, but city's just too hot nowadays. Too much shit. HFS is losing control of their outer extremities, so they're pushing all their forces inward, and that's pushing us outward. I figured I'd let you know before anything happened, and obviously you'll always have quartz, but I mean, we might. I don't know. I heard the countryside in France is kind of nice around these times."
Well, sounds like a retirement plan more than moving.
He goes, "Oh, fuck no. No way that we're retiring. Just this point, bootleg lumber, poached lumber, doesn't make the money it used to. Maybe we'll be able to rip off some rich assholes in wine country, right?"
Hey, you can't drink lumber, but we certainly can drink the wine.
Kind of grins and goes, "That's about right." He goes, "Probably going to be moving out soon, like real soon. You might want to make a stop off in the camp, say a few words, just a few people. But this right here," and he kind of knocks on it. "Don't call it a going away gift, but
Okay. Don't worry. I can bring it back as an excuse to make sure I get to see everyone before y'all leave, and then I think pretty soon here I might be done in the city, and France sounds beautiful."
Kind of grins, and he goes, "Oh, hey, that's a decision you make on your own." And he holds his hands up, and he's like, "Whatever you do, I want you to know it's your decision. I ain't telling you to do shit." Sort of thing.
It's no mad way. We do what we want.
Kind of grins and goes, "Shit, yeah, we do. Listen, I got you some squawk codes to get you into the city. So long as no one's looking out at a window, no one's going to question the AV flying in. Landed at your place of choice, but these things are only going to work once. It's a VIP emergency ticket, and he'll hand you a data chip."
Okay. I think I can find a way to get it around once I'm in the city. That's just the most important part.
Yeah. And he's going to give you another hug, and he's going to go, "We appreciate everything you've done for the family."
Yeah, Cena will hold on a little bit longer than normal.
Yeah.
And then just kind of push away, okay. I think I'll get this bad boy in the city and tune her up, or tune him up. I don't know what to refer to it as. Get it tuned up and paint job, and well, just keep an eye on the news. I think there's gonna be something rather interesting showing up soon.
Oh, I am fucking sure of it. And he kind of grins and goes, "Just try not to blow up any important infrastructure this time around."
Can't promise anything. Explosives
Yeah.
might be involved.
Yeah, and he gives you a big grin, and he's actually going to hop on his bike and go, "Don't die," and he's just going to zoom off.
Yeah, I'll hop in the AV and to get it started. Be like, oh god, this
Oh, and it's like starting the Millennium Falcon. Like you got switches, you got, you gotta like maybe do some hard wiring with like, almost have to do the hot wire thing with it,
Stabilizers off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. Okay, there we go. Now
Right.
they're stabilizing.
Yeah, exactly. Like vent, vent, vent. Okay, the vent has moved now. Like, yeah, exactly. Absolutely. And I think from there, we are actually going to cut over to, oh goodness, what is your character's name again? Messiah. Messiah. So,
Yeah.
Messiah, you were at the bar, right? And you actually, probably the rest of Connor's crew has kind of dispersed a little bit. It's getting late enough in the night that most everybody has kind of gone their separate way, and it's just you and Pierre, right? And maybe what is Messiah drinking?
Water.
Water. Okay. Pierre will hand you another water and go, in all of my time, I don't think I've ever served anybody born in space.
I guess there's a first for everything.
Kind of nods and goes, if you will allow my certain curiosity, what is it like being up there from the beginning, and maybe more relevantly, down here?
Up there is very interesting. Unless you're in one of the big cylinder stations, you basically live in no gravity.
Kind of nods and goes, I can imagine that would make some tasks very easy and some much more difficult.
Yeah, but being part of the first generation that was up there, we learned to adapt.
Kind of nods and goes, And if I am to understand right, you are from Zulu Point, correct?
That is correct.
Kind of nods, and he'll kind of smile, and he'll actually probably say, I'm sure that there's some sort of phrase in Swahili that means like we are free or something like that. Something that someone who is academically knowledgeable about the rebellion would know to say, and kind of he'd probably say that and go, I am to understand that you might be one of the first who has left this station to come back here.
As far as I know, none of my other family has come this way.
You said you were looking for something? Pardon, the bar has ears.
I understand that many establishments like this have ears.
And he kind of nods, very wisely nods,
But yes, there is a particular item that was rudely taken out of my family's grasp. That would definitely help.
Kind of nods and goes, Well, if there is anything that I can do, I am a humble bartender, but of course, please, I am at your service.
There is one thing you could help me with. More of an understanding about these people here. What is so special about them?
And probably a smile cracks across Pierre's face, and he goes, Well, you have certainly chosen or been chosen for, as it appears. Some fascinating bedfellows. I would say the thing that makes the Dread Pirates different from everyone else is that gangs come and go. Some are short, some are large. These people, they are not a gang. They are an organization. Surprisingly well-tuned organization. And on top of all of these things, very, very deadly organization.
I get a sense of that. But are they adaptable?
Kind of cocks his head, and maybe at this point, he thinks for it for a second and then gets a bit of a playful smile on his face and goes, you know, they have adapted to many situations, but that is the thing about adaptability. You never truly know if they are adaptable until they are not.
That is true.
And he'll kind of like lightly refill your water, and he'll go, I will say, if you are looking for someone to tame or kill the Hydra that it appears you are looking down the barrel of, these might be the only people in town who at least are willing to. And I think that gives enough of a slight adaptability to them.
Well, let's hope that all the boasts I've heard about them are true.
He kind of grins and goes, they are all true. They are all false. At the end of the day, they are good enough people. And, oh, go ahead.
I thank you for the insight.
He kind of grins and goes, the one thing in this bar that is always free, well, your drinks would be free. You're a Dread Pirate now, whether you like it or not. But the one thing that is always free in this bar is advice and input. He kind of grins. And at this point, you hear the only person left, which is like Connor's old CO, just being like muttering to himself in a drunken stupor. He's like, right. And like directs himself over that way.
Okay.
And I think there we will cut to Payne Dexter. Payne Dexter, it's late in the evening. At this point, the only person left from Connor's party is his old commander, who is clearly too drunk. I don't know if you're hanging around that scene or you're leaving. What's your vibe?
Is the roof flat?
The roof is indeed flat.
He's on the roof. He's been drinking at the wake. Doesn't care. He's on the
Yeah.
roof practicing doing a tuck and roll and coming up with his pistols in his hands.
Oh my god, I love this.
And he's probably doing a horrible job. Let me. What would you like me to roll for that? Because that's funny.
That would be. Oh dang! Now I gotta crack open a character sheet. Hold on.
Athletics or gun kata?
I would count it as gun kata because it's your specialized thing. Okay, yeah, you're doing
Nice.
pretty good actually for being a little tipsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all he has to do is keep practicing till he can do this after jumping out of an airplane.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, definitely. And probably as you're doing that, you know, you see you hear the door open while you're doing that. And out of the door kind of pops Serum with like a beer, and do you stop practicing? Do you keep practicing?
It's more like, hey, watch this, and do
Yeah.
it again.
Oh, he's like, oh, badass. It's like Die Hard or something. That's
Yeah,
fucking sick.
all I gotta do is just do this after I land.
Yeah.
I just have to get used to landing, and I don't have a parachute and a plane to drop me for practice.
He's like, well, no shit, I couldn't do that. I mean, that'd be too much thrust.
And no, I'm not going to jump off the roof either.
He's like, yeah, no, that'd be a good way to, be a good way to get cyber legs.
That would be a bad way to get cyber legs.
Can we have this moment be the moment where like there's just a siren in the distance, and then right overhead comes this old ass fucking med vehicle as it lands behind the bar?
Absolutely, yeah. You guys see an old EMed vehicle.
Or EMed, yeah.
Yeah. Land behind the bar, and Serum looks at you and he goes, holy shit, did you just wish that into existence?
I don't know, maybe. And it's like run over to the edge to look over and see who gets out of the EMed.
Yeah. And seeing the inside of this cockpit is filled with smoke. It is the cooling system on this thing is fucked. Like, you're gonna need to do a little bit of work on it. Yeah. But you probably get out of this thing. I mean, like, how do you get out of this? Yeah.
The door opens and just smoke.
Yeah.
Like a futuristic, like, time traveler on a show from the 1980s. Like, the smoke blows out and Scene steps out of it.
I love that.
Just...
yeah. And to answer that question, there is a patch job on the side of it. There is no hole, but it is very clearly patched.
It'll be fixed and painted over, don't you worry. We've got Serum and me, so...
Yeah, absolutely. And Serum looks down and goes, holy shit, where did you get that?
Looking up, just how high is it 2-story?
Yeah, it's a 2-story building.
Get the van out of the garage.
Serum's like, fuck, you got it. Like, and he's like, this is your last chance. If you jump off the roof, you could land on the AV. Computer
debating it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
We do have a good met. We have a met.
It is an ambulance.
Hey, where'd you get that? And can you practice drop me a few times?
Once we get it fixed up and after the heist, sure.
Oh, okay. Wait, after the heist? This is for the heist. I need practice.
Oh dear. Scene climbs back in as the smoke clears and gets ready to pull it into the garage.
Yeah, and you see the garage door open.
I love it.
Yeah. And
it's time to go back in and go downstairs.
Yeah, and right before you're about to go in, you actually hear you get a phone call, right? It is not an agent call, it's a phone call. There is no video link.
Hello. I know who this is, I bet.
And you hear on the other side, and you're going to have to bear with me because I still do not know how to do a good...
Nicolas Cage.
No, not a Nicolas Cage.
John Travolta?
I do not know how to do a good John Travolta. However, you hear on the other side, hey, so, I need to have a word with you. Shit ain't what it seems. Pay you double what they're paying. It's better for your health. Fuck right off. You'll get a message later. And then the phone hangs up.
Cage crew,
They
Cage
didn't
crew, wait.
offer to give you a Philly cheesesteak. No deal.
Travolta crew.
Philly cheesesteak.
Man, I don't know how to
Please
give you a
eat one
Philly
of those.
cheesesteak. But yeah. How do you react to that call?
I'm gonna go looking for Connor and go, wait. Shit.
Aw.
And I go to Serum. It's like, I got a call to cancel the first job, the good job, and
What
buy it
the
from the
one
other
with
side.
the fucking Nicholas? Wait, you got called? But
Travolta just called me.
wait, this is like fucking. This is still exactly like Face Off.
Especially if that's the Travolta that used to be a Cage.
Yeah, I don't know what the. Wait, how did he get your number?
I don't know.
And he's just like, well, now we gotta do it, right?
Yeah, we kind of got to do it. I can't not do this.
There's too much intrigue. Dude, we should write a fucking script about this. No, god damn it, then it would just be Face Off.
Brain dance. I do brain dance all day long. It's gonna be
Oh,
in brain dance.
oh my. And like, you see Serum
He's a little
get
drunk.
ignored, because Serum's still a little bit tipsy. I mean, this was the wake. Everyone got a little bit tipsy.
So
Or
is the
most
person
people
who's
did.
been rolling around on the roof.
Yeah, and like both of you are just like, yo, like,
Definitely.
I love that. And he probably is like, okay, what's the most badass action movie weapon? Like Spas 12? Maybe? Spas 12's pretty cool.
Minigun.
Minigun?
Predator.
Oh, fuck, can I afford a minigun? I don't know if I can afford a minigun. Do you think Lucky would expense a minigun? Do you think Cash would expense a minigun? Yo, Cash might expense a minigun.
Cash might do it.
Hold on, I gotta go find Cash. And like, he's gonna
God
fucking...
damn it, the bad part about other people having money now. No, this is a dangerous and bad idea. I will not let you do it.
You're not
Hey,
around.
Mom.
You can't do it.
Hey,
Nope.
other
Yeah.
mom.
Other
Hey,
mom.
third mom.
Better mom. No, wait.
There are three moms
Laxer
here.
mom. There's so many
There's
moms.
hacker mom, psycho
Yes.
mom, and
Yes.
Driver
Lucky.
mom.
Driver mom. Oh, you're the psycho mom. Let's be real. You need to go to therapy. It's time.
No, it's
Oh,
somebody else's turn to
therapy.
go to therapy.
We'll have to do therapy in a little bit here.
I've already been.
Hey, the
That's
longer
true.
you guys don't
fine.
go to therapy, the longer I don't go to therapy.
No, you're
We'll-
going first.
We'll end
You'll
on
make me
therapy
first.
tonight. Instead of
Is
start
Serum-
on.
Is Serum coming after me?
You probably get a text on your phone that basically
Yeah.
says, "Hey mom, can I have a mini?" Oh wait, no. What was the name that you two went under?
No. I don't
Oh.
remember.
Oh no.
Oh God, yeah.
He'll text you that name. He'll be like, "Hey,
Was it? Fuck! I wrote it down, didn't I? No, I didn't. I didn't
was
write it
Doug?
fucking down.
Doug and did it start with an S? Tiffany. Doug and Tiffany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll
that was
send you. He'll send you. Hey Tiffany, can I have a minigun? And then $3 signs after.
God, I'm gonna respond with Doug. How much is a minigun?
And what maybe like that's just a really quick cutaway because
Yeah.
then we're gonna go to Trinix. Trinix, the wakes are over. The bar's probably gonna open in like an hour or two, something like that. It's the very few quiet hours of non-operation. What is Trinix up to right now?
Docking. Med supplies in the bay. Make sure it's all up to date. Make sure we have enough supplies for the heist. For whatever somebody gets blown up, make sure I have all the meds I'm gonna need to take care of that, like surgical stuff if somebody gets a leg blown off or something.
Mm-hmm. And maybe as you're doing all of that, you're getting everything stocked up, and Suzerain comes into the room, and she's like, "Hey, do you know like a cop?"
The only one I remember having time with was that dumbass that shot that our patient in the head. But
Oh,
not on a personal level, no.
huh. There's a cop asking about you?
Oh,
Like right
Right.
now. saw him outside. The Dutchmen are kind of telling him to fuck off.
I don't know.
He's
This
not
will be
being a
entertaining.
dick, though.
This will be entertaining. Let's go see what he has to say.
Yeah, and he's very he's or she like all right, and she'll lead you, and you see at the front door 2 of the Dutchmen are standing there with their arms crossed, and you see this very, very well put together guy who you would not know he was a badge if he didn't have a badge around his neck, right? Actually make me a education roll. I think it's education. Let's see here.
You got education and general knowledge.
Yeah, give me one of those. Nice. You can tell that this is not like an active badge. It actually is looks like it might be like a private investigator badge, but it's still like a licensure thing. So he is still technically a cop. But he's wiry thin, stands at, about like 6'3", 6'4", kind of darker complexion, has like this tight cropped curly hair at the top of his head. And he's very calmly conversing with the guards, and they're just like, obviously standing in front of the door.
Well, I'm gonna walk up there and be like, hi.
And he
I don't
looks
know
and he
you.
goes, yes, you are Trinix, correct?
Depends. Yeah,
Oh,
sure. I'm who I am.
Apologies. And he kind of says, my employer wanted me to give this to you. It appears that it is of utmost importance. He also wanted for me to make sure. Would you mind if I asked you a question or two? Nothing serious, nothing about any crimes, just a couple questions. We can even ask it in front of these fine gentlemen.
Sure. Shoot. What do you got?
And he'll hand you a little note card, and he'll say, are you doing well? Are you safe? And you feel your day-to-day life is unimpeded at the moment?
Yeah. I mean, trying to make sure that people don't die. I mean, what I do. So sometimes it's harder because, you got to get to a certain part. Like, he's going to go into like a whole medical description of like repairing people and then get distracted and be like, oh, those are normal though. We're all right. Yeah.
And he very patiently listens and maybe even writes a couple things down as you speak, and then he'll say, and your current employers, your official on paper employers, you are feeling not directly threatened at the moment by them?
No, we're doing breakthrough innovate. I can't tell you what we're doing because it's in development. But yeah, we're working on random cool things, and it's very fascinating. But I can't tell you because we're not. It's not fully developed to be released out yet, and it's really cool.
I can't
And-
tell you because they would kill me. They've threatened me that way.
Yeah, and he probably, again, very patiently, and he seems very like, like he is committing every detail you're saying to memory in the most casual way. Like, you just get the impression that this guy's very well put together. And he says, well, I thank you for your time. Situations willing, we will meet again At some point, I believe I will be having words with your off-paper employer. But for now, I hope that any questions might be answered by the message that I was sent to give you. He like gestures at the note card he gives you, and he says, "I am Henri Dubois," and he like reaches his hand out to shake your hand.
I gotta shake his hand and be like, all right, it'd be cool to meet you. As long
Yeah.
as I'm not meeting you on my table. That's always awkward. And
And
then
he
you see
kinda-
him later, and then it's kind of funky. And anyways, hi, yeah, it was cool.
And he gives you like a slight smile, and says, "Right. Situations willing, we shall not meet on your surgery table, though I am sure you would be a fantastic doctor." And he kind of smiles and says, I will leave you to your friends and gentlemen." And he looks at the Dutchman and says, "Apologies for wasting any time or manpower that I might have done in this action." And they both kind of look at each other like, okay. And he kind of like nods at all you guys, and he just walks off with like this kind of this trench coat kind of gently fluttering in the breeze behind him.
Was interesting. All right, back to the lab, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna go back down to the lab before I read the card.
Okay, absolutely. And you get into the lab, and probably at this point, Suzerain is like beside herself with like, oh my goodness, like what does it say? Like it's such a mystery. Like she's not taking this seriously at all. And you look at it, and it says, "They're watching. Throw this away. We'll meet soon. R."
Okay. I need to take a picture of it and then make it look like I destroyed it.
Okay.
But yeah, I need a copy of it, but not to keep the original.
Right. Okay. Yeah,
wanna
you can
hit up a
easily do
friend?
that.
You're gonna hit up a friend with all the fucking goods that can help you with that?
I mean, it's just a piece of paper.
Yeah, it's just a paper. I want to get rid of the little piece of paper, burn the little piece of paper, make a little fire, and then
Yeah.
message, the new boss people, like both of them, be like, "So I got a note, just so you know, you got time." Anyways, back to organizing. Have fun with your stuff.
And
Going to
Right.
fucking message scene immediately and just be like, what the fuck? Did you get that?
Yeah, I'm just like, after realizing Serum wasn't gonna pull the van out, I pulled the van out, and I'm like pulling the med. I keep wanting to say med tech, emed car in, and I'm like looking at the phone. I'm like, I see both messages. Just like, what is that supposed to mean?
You got me. I'm gonna go talk to him later.
And speaking,
Get a check mark.
Yeah,
get
you
a check mark.
mark.
You get left on red.
You get
No,
left
no,
on red.
An actual like check mark emoji. Like, got it. Like, check.
Oh, Cash will just
Okay.
leave you on red. I'm sorry.
No, that's the goal. It was like I got a lot going on. Here's a check mark saying yes. Talk to him. We're good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's
And
cool. But wait, Trinix got left on red for both of us, right? Like
Yeah.
you sent me a check mark, but we left Trinix on red.
Well, all he said was, "Got a letter. We'll talk later." Right? Someone.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty
I guess he'll get a check mark too. It's the shorthand of okay, got it, acknowledged. We'll deal with it later, like you said.
Acknowledged. I love that. Okay. So from there actually, I was wanting to check in on Lucky. What is Lucky doing?
Currently, Lucky is probably in her office.
Okay.
Laying in front of her desk on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You ever used one of those little rollers to try and stretch out your back?
Mm-hmm.
She's
Yeah.
There's one sitting next to her. Yeah, pretty much. There is. She's taken the prosthetic off because it's new enough. It's chafing issues, and she's probably got her cyber arm over her eyes, trying to block out some of the light.
Yeah. And you know what? There's one thing that I'll tack onto this. The room feels empty. Feels weird. Scav's kind of always been on that couch. But,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe as you're lying on the floor, Amy, you were going to try and find Lucky, right?
Yes,
Right? Was I reading that right?
I think so. Let
You
me
said
look
you were
real
going to come
fast.
find me, probably to talk business.
Yeah. I don't remember what the business was though. But did I
The-
write it down?
The 5K eddies for the eMed card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, also, you might mention Varric and that whole
Varric.
situation, the sniper.
You guys got met by
Oh,
the
yeah,
sniper
yeah,
last
yeah.
time.
Fucking Varric. Fucking Varric. We gotta talk. Yeah, I'm gonna go fucking talk to her. I'm mad now. I'm fucking mad now. How dare you? The audacity. All right, Varric.
City.
Fuck.
Yeah. So Lucky, maybe you hear. Do you knock on Lucky's door or you just barge in?
I'm gonna just walk in.
Yeah, you walk in and see Lucky on the floor.
You okay?
Yeah, meds are wearing off is all.
Do you need anything? Do you want help getting up?
Can't take him again for another hour, so I'm good for the moment, but thanks.
Okay. So you just I'm gonna sit on the floor with her.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down on the floor, crisscross, and be like, so, other than the meds, how's things?
Not good, Cash. Not good. But you already knew that.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
you need?
Well, a couple things. I want to ask Kashette if he'll build a minigun for Serum. But I need to make sure there's money to do that. Also, I'd really like to. I've shut the door, by the way. Like I retcon, like I shut the door when I walked in.
Right.
Yeah. Because I'm about to say some shit. I'd really like to talk about how your sniper friend is a friend, and like
Hold on.
all of that.
Back
He
up.
got in
What?
touch with us. Right. The sniper that you have hired, or did we actually talk about how you came in, how he came into your employ? Did we talk about that in game?
What do you mean one I what are you run this by me again?
Sorry. Okay.
You have to remember Lucky remembers almost nothing in the past 3 months.
Oh shit, that's right. Okay. Okay, I feel better now. Well, first let's talk about the minigun. Do we have money for the minigun? Can I ask Kashette to build a minigun for Serum?
She lifts her arm up off her eyes, looks at you. Why do we need a minigun again?
Serum asked for one, and Serum doesn't ask for a lot. And it probably is for a good reason. I don't know.
He didn't give one.
No.
Get a quote.
Well, we could just get it from Kashette. Kashette can make them.
Kashette's gonna
will
need
do us
money
right.
to make it.
Well, then, okay, fine. I'll fucking message Cachette and be like, yo, I need a minigun.
You just get back a what?
You know, 5mm minigun, anti-personnel
Yeah.
weapon. I'm sorry,
Right.
anti-equipment weapon, because I think that's
Something.
against some sort of convention.
It's gotta be. I'll just be like, oh, you know, a minigun. Are you free? Can we chat here in about 20?
You can call me, but I'm currently in Nord.
That's okay. I'm ignored. You know what? That's a question for another minute.
Cachette's at war?
Nord.
In
Yeah,
Nord.
no, at war, in Nord,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You are like right
Probably
beside Nord.
finishing putting together the Type 2.
The Mackinac Type 2. So I'll call him here in a second because he seems like he wants to ask questions that I can't answer, but I will answer them as best I can. Second thing, I guess somehow you've hired a sniper. You hired a sniper that scared the shit out of all of us. Maybe it wasn't you, maybe it was Sam, but you've hired a sniper that
Hold
scared the
on.
shit out of all of us. The same sniper that blew off Felix's legs. The same sniper that was actively picking us off one by one.
Hold on.
The same sniper that I've been having PTSD about for a while.
You can
That guy
see-
showed up.
You can see that her eyes, she's going through her internal agent.
Yeah.
In a moment, you can see whatever she's looking for, she's paused on. Puts her arm back across her face and goes, "You almost gave me a heart attack."
How did I almost give you a heart attack? You hired a guy who's been almost giving me a heart attack for a
The
while.
Yakuza hired him.
Oh. Why is he running around for us?
The Yakuza are paying for 2 people to watch us.
What 2 people? Who's the second person?
We haven't seen her yet.
Her. Did they give a name?
Well, I don't know what they call her now, but she used to be one of us.
One of us in what way? Who is one of us? We've lost lots of us. Which one of us?
Iwasaki.
Are you fucking high? Why? The fuck? Like, I can't. That bitch
Remember
is
how
dead.
Emed grabbed
How
her
could she
before we
be
could get there?
watching? Yeah, she fucking died.
They told us she died. It seems instead they've borged her.
And she's just running around being fucking crazy. Watching us like we better not fuck up, or like watching us like she's got our back. Because I am gonna
I
ask
don't
Cachette for 2
know.
miniguns now. I'm asking Cachette for 2. We're just gonna pay for 2. Fucking deal with it. We're buying 2.
I'm
Bitch.
sorry I left things like this.
I know, it's not your fault. I mean, it is. I do wish you had gone to therapy sooner. By the way, you're doing that. You're doing that soon. You're doing that like this fucking week because we got shit to do.
For unexplained
And you need to
plot
get better.
reasons, other people have to go first.
I know.
True.
But
True.
yes, yeah, absolutely. But I'm just like, I'm telling her, you're gonna fucking go.
Yeah, and it's
before we do
scheduled.
this fucking meeting.
Yeah.
Good. And you can't just not go. Do you need a ride? Do you want me to drive you? Do you want Scene to drive you? Do you need a ride so that you show
she
up?
puts
Because
a hand on your knee because you're sitting next to her.
Mm-hmm.
Cash,
Yeah.
let's just breathe for a minute, okay?
Okay.
It's worked out. We'll figure that out when we get to it.
Yeah.
So,
Have you seen what she looks like? What does she look like?
you need a minigun. Okay.
2. We're getting 2.
Now, Cash, do you
haven't
let
mentioned
Lucky
the EMED card yet, but go ahead.
do you let Lucky know
That's right.
why Varric like got in contact with you guys. The whole idea of the Yakuza stop checking in, the money's still coming, but they refuse to give orders, like it's radio silence.
I forgot to write that part down, but thank you for mentioning
You're
it.
good. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I will. It's been a minute. I'm sorry. I will mention that. Like I guess. So I did know already that maybe I was just trying to be a bitch. Man, I feel bad because I guess I did know, sort of. Oh well, it's fine. So the Yakuza's not. They're radio silent. Money's still coming in. Don't know why. And he's like, I'll be here for as long as the money's here. Money's still here. Don't know what's going on.
And he's also kind of freaking out.
Oh yeah, and he's a lot. He's like extra. Oh, also, I need 5,000 eds sent through a proxy so that I can get an EMED card, by the way. What are we at now? How much is a fucking minigun?
I think I'm going to call this a cash sandwich.
It should probably be a cash sandwich.
It's like a
wait a
compliment
minute.
sandwich, except
But it's just
instead
a
of
bunch of
giving a
shit.
critique between two compliments, it's asking a favor in between two slices of bad advice. Not bad news. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's absolutely acceptable. I think that's great. Also, this bad news, we're just picking up the pieces, man. Like, I'm just letting you know. So, in a roundabout way, I'm gonna need like 15,000 eddies right now.
We can say that an alarm is going off from her wristwatch. She looks at it and... Can you do me a favor? Up on the table, there should be a little pile of meds. That's... If I could have that in the water on my desk, that'd be great.
Yeah, I can do that for you. And she's gonna get up, and she's gonna grab your pills, she's gonna get your water, and she's gonna stand just out of reach and go, can I please have 2 miniguns and also 5,000 eddies sent by proxy to someone?
I just want you to know what kind of damage you're doing to the relationship here.
You guys have... I was about to say, you guys have the fucking wildest relationship.
I'm not going to keep it from her. I'm just standing near her, and I will still give it to her even if she says no. I'll be mad about it. I'll do it without you. It's mostly just like a friendly, hey, do you mind that I'm going to do this? But I do need your help with the proxy part. Yeah.
Who's the 5K going to? I'll talk
the
to
guy
Boris.
who's gonna get the guy who's gonna get me the fire department card to get in. But it can't come from us at all.
And you tell me how much it is for the 2 miniguns. I'll get Cachette reimbursed.
Yeah, I'll figure it out when I know. So, and I'm gonna fucking hand you your pills. I'm gonna hand you your water.
You weren't doing that on contingent, were you?
What, getting you your pills and your water? No. It just felt like a really good time to confirm that I could get what I needed. That's all.
Hold on.
This is not a nice way to say those things. I'm sorry. That's not a nice way to say those things. Cash is a little mad still. Maybe like a little tiny bit mad still. Maybe like a little tiny bit a lot mad still.
She takes the pills, puts her arm back over her eyes, and... Okay.
Okay. You want some help getting up? Do you need something? Do you want a doctor? Do you want me to get Trinix?
You've helped Cash. You're good.
Okay. And she'll leave.
Not
And-
Not even going to insight that performance roll. Good.
I don't know what you're
um,
performing for.
She's trying her best not to cry in front of you.
Oh
Aw.
no! Okay, well now I feel fucking bad.
too
Can I
late now.
please incite the?
Ye-
Too late now. No,
yeah,
I'm
I would
just,
allow-
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I would
Okay.
allow you to insight the performance roll if you want
I
to
would
do a human perception.
Human perception. You know, there's a bazillion goddamn fucking skills, and I always get lost.
Mm-hmm. You just barely beat it. What is a
Okay.
3 degree, or what does a 3 success look like, Gunner?
You can hear the tremble in her voice, and probably do see the beginnings of tears. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna sit
Terrible
back
girl,
on the-
Cash.
I know, I'm so mean. I'm gonna sit back down, and then I'm just gonna like lay down on the floor beside you, and I'm gonna like look at you, be like, I'm sorry. We've all been through a whole lot. I'm still trying to get used to the new you.
You
And
don't
I
need to
understand that you are
apologize.
you.
It's what I deserve.
No, it's not. It's just been really hard. It's just been really hard. Okay? I'm sorry.
Hey,
It's just been really hard.
I'd rather you take it out on me than anybody else.
But it's not totally your fault. I mean, again, I do wish you had gone to therapy. So, I mean, it's like 5% your fault. But like, I'm sorry. I would
don't
have
need to
given you your
apologize.
pills. No, I would have given you your pills and your drink, even if you had said no. Because I'm not a fucking monster. I'm just, I don't know, kind of cheeky.
A little silly, bleh.
A little
Bleh.
silly.
Wow.
I believe you, Cash. You know,
You want
hold
What?
on. Sorry, cat was tearing up the carpet.
Mm.
I don't know. Do you ever get the feeling like I don't know how to explain it.
Like everything's gone to shit and you just can't fix it no matter how hard you try? Yeah, no, every day I wake up with that. It's existential terror and dread. But you know, all we can do is our best. Is that the thing or is it something different?
Do you ever feel like it's all gonna end someday? And at the end of it, nothing's changed?
Oh, I will hug her. On the floor, I'm just gonna like fucking drape my fucking arm over you in this weird side hug on the fucking floor. Be like, everything changes. Everything gets better. One way or another.
One gets hurt.
The only thing that we can do is try our best to put a little tiny divot of good in a world of bad. Okay? It's gonna be fine. Get some help, and it'll be fine. Also, I do think it would be a good idea if we fixed your back. I think that you being out of pain would help a whole lot with how your head feels.
Yeah. I know. Mentioned it to Trinix during the meeting.
Yeah.
I don't feel like bringing it up again. He didn't say much.
Well, he's also got a whole lot going on.
And that's
Like,
why I didn't bring it up again.
Well, but you are important and you matter. And I guess apparently we've got some time to take care of some stuff. I don't know. I got a really and I'm still, my arm is still draped over you as I just become myself again. And I'm just like, I got a really fucking cryptic message from Trinix about how he said everything is fine and it's going to be okay. And we have time. Time to do what and who said everything? I don't even know. But apparently we've got time. We should just fix your back. And I'm just like, fix your back.
Fix your back.
Okay.
Let's fix your back.
All right. Let's
Okay.
do that.
Okay. And then I'm going to look past you and be like, when's the last time you vacuumed under your desk?
And I think that's probably where we'll cut that scene. And for our big final part of the night, I am going to say that we have a title card, and it says "Therapy of an Arms Dealer," a ballet in 3 parts. Cachette, the first part, what does it look like as you are getting the Meganon Mark II up and running? And give us a brief description of what this thing looks like.
Day 3. The only clothes left are the American flag that Cachette is draped in. No. The Meganon is big. If the original Meganon was probably about the size, probably about 9 or 10 feet tall and kind of looked like a mobile suit, this thing is closer to maybe 16 feet tall. It's about the size of a Titan from Titanfall. It kind of has the look of one. It's big, it's boxy, it's ugly, it's this machine. Where before the original Meganon had this kind of bulky, almost humanoid shape to it. This one is only the vagaries of humanoid with arms and legs and this bulky, hunched over, boxy form just strapped with weapons. One of its arms is just the LATG, this field gun converted into an arm for it. It has twin autocannons on its back, on its shoulders that are pulled back. It has the ATGM on it. The other hand is clutching just this huge buster sword. Just this huge, sharpened piece of metal. And
Sick.
actually, I have an idea for it. Would it be safe to say there's like a big range and maybe a shitty old tank that Ingvar could set aside
in the little
for
parking
target
garage?
practice?
Yeah, absolutely.
So shit's in this thing as we kind of pop into it, and he's hunched forward into it, like leaned into it, operating it by these levers as we see the enhanced heads-up display. And these 2 boxes come together over this old tank, and there's a beep, 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 beep. And then we just see the as the ATGM fires, guides its way over to the top of it, doesn't hit the tank, flies over it, and explodes downwards. And the pressure wave coming off of this thing forces the turret to fly off and pieces to just scatter all over. And then all it pops up in the middle of this big red square where the targeting was is target destroyed.
Absolutely. And we're going to cut to you in the office of Dr. Galt here, Dr. Richard Galt. And he's going to look and say, so, would you like me to call you Cachette or...
Cachette is fine. I know that with most people you deal with professional names.
He kind of nods and says, well, I want you to know this place can be easily a space that is safe from work or other professional means. And we get another camera cut and it says in the same font where it said Nord in the very intro of the episode, it says Kinder. And then we cut back to, and it shows like this big empty field full of like it's pelting rain, and there's all these guys from United Front kind of walking around doing various things, getting trucks set up, all going to this one warehouse. And from the warehouse you can actually see the concert hall that you had that meeting in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to cut back to Cachette and Dr. Galt. It's going to go, so Cachette, so that we have a baseline, what would you say you do for work?
I'm an engineer. I fix problems. Practical problems.
And we cut back to Kinder, and we show the silhouette slowly pull back of the Meganon Mark II. We cut back to the office. He goes, okay, so I'm to understand that you have military history and also a history in international sales of sorts.
I'm an arms dealer, if we need to be particular in what I do.
Kind of nods and goes, an arms dealer. Yeah, and an accomplished one at that. And he probably... And this one, you've heard in this campaign alone, probably like 5 times now. He goes, you did that Uzi variant, didn't you? Yeah, he's you did the Uzi variant, didn't you?
It was a modernization program, sort of a test to see if I was up to snuff to start doing bigger projects for IDF before... Well, there's always need for people like me in a place like Africa.
And maybe as you say that, we cut back to Kinder. And what is the Meganon doing as you're about to take care of this first job for Union?
Oh, this thing opens up an intercom, and it's just this booming, echoing, distorted voice, and it says, United Front! Kinder is a place for children! Disobedient children will not be spared the lash.
Damn. And we cut back to the office. He goes, now your current work, I'm to understand that you're taking on certain tasks in Nord. How are you feeling about those?
Cachette reaches into that same yellow-black jacket they're always wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Pulls out the journal and flips it to the page, which is a lot more full than it was last time.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, the people like United Front. Well, this journal won't be finished until there are 6 million check marks in here.
And we cut back, and we see like there's a few like of these United Front guys who are like walking up, and like one of them points and goes, oh fuck. And immediately there's like light arms gunfire coming towards the Meganon.
And
go ahead.
The way that it approaches them is it takes a few steps, and then there's the boom as a jet on the back of this thing picks it up into the air. It flies over and just lands among them.
Oh,
not
absolutely.
not even trying to land on them, just in the group of them.
And maybe we cut back to the office right at that moment, and Dr. Galt kind of looks at the notebook and goes, a lot of check marks in there already. How close you figure you are?
Couple hundred so far. Lot more to go. Normally, I don't like, if I can be honest, I don't like my job. I don't like that I am someone who profits off of the worst of man's impulse, but they're not people.
And we cut back to Kinder, and what is the opening salvo?
probably just swings this Buster Sword that just pastes whoever it hits. Like their
Oh, yeah.
bodies are crushed against it because it's not sharpened.
No.
This is something meant for beating other ACPs. So it just crunches into a few of them and sends bloody ribbons flying.
Oh yeah, like one of them is just like granulized. The next one in the line gets hit as if they were part of a Grand Slam competition. And he goes, I understand. Seems to be a well, I can't say that I disagree with the work that you're doing. But I would ask, do you think it's good for your mental health?
Some do, that others need not.
And he kind of nods, and we cut back to Kinder as there is now a truck barreling full force towards the mech.
And it turns, looks at this thing, holds out the AT gun, thrusts its arm forward, punches the AT gun into the truck, and then boom!
Oh, damn. Yeah, and the truck just goes up, and like, he goes, I understand. Has there been anything that's been troubling you lately? Anything that you feel you need to check in on?
I don't know how much you know about what's gone on with our little group recently, but I was involved in a blue on blue incident with one of our members. They had a cyber psychotic moment. They were going to kill someone. I'd already killed someone. And I told them to stop, and they didn't. When I saw them lifting their gun, I pulled the trigger first.
Kind of nods, and maybe we get like a far out zoom of like this kind of explosive cloud coming up, and we start seeing a bunch of people who are ground level starting to run away. And I think that he goes, I was briefly told about the very bare basics of the situation. For what it's worth, I'm not sure you did the wrong thing.
I'm the one that started the war in Nord.
And maybe we get back down to the ground floor, and as all these guys are running away, what is the action that Cachette is taking? Is he going straight for the warehouse? Is he gonna pick people off as they go?
Oh, he's picking some of them off with the minigun, just spraying it back and forth. There's just this red light coming off of it as it just just mowing them down like grass.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then some others that are nearby, these little nozzles open up along the body of it, and they're sprayed with an epoxy.
Oh, God, yeah, I forgot about
cements them
this.
to the ground.
Yeah.
It just looked like the whole of this suit with still twisted remains of that truck stuck onto it, probably melted partly into the gun. Turns, looks at them and says, "You will be my witnesses." What's the name of the leader of United Front?
Eric Hondhauser.
Tell Eric Honhauser, little boys don't get to play with real men. And turns and starts chunking towards the warehouse.
Love that.
Where are your Ubermensch? I want more. Better.
Yeah. And like at this point, you have caused pandemonium. This is deep enough in their territory that they did not expect an attack, not even close to this level of violence either. And yeah, you're marching towards this, and I think Dr. Galt says, Well, you know, I think for what it's worth, that war would have started whether you had or not. And personally, this might be inappropriate for a therapist to say, but maybe getting the first strike wasn't the worst idea.
Just wish I'd done it at a better time. Oh, I'm glad I'm not dragging the others into this. This is my problem, and I fix problems.
And we cut to a silhouette of you standing outside of the warehouse, full of munitions.
And just like turning back towards them to make sure they're still watching, stuck in this thick industrial glue. And then looks back towards the warehouse as those two autocannons come down, just as a new Gehenna! My Gehenna! Tonk, 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 tonk.
And
blasting into the warehouse.
And rounds fly in. And as this happens, we see one round, slow motion, as Swan Lake gently plays in the background, curling around, spinning with this slight trail until it finds its way puncturing into a green metal box. And from there, the bright oranges and deep blacks paint a mosaic across the screen, causing what can only be described as a fireball painted by Caravaggio, exploding out. And as the music crescendos, it like lands on the final beat where Dr. Galt says, well, it seems that you have a good grasp on your own mental state. I can prescribe you some cyclopine if you wish for any post-traumatic stress, if you like. But otherwise, if you'd like, you can keep coming here.
There was a moment when I thought that I was going to throw it all away and just, I don't know, start working on cars. I have a friend who really likes doing that, a good friend, but I think having a purpose, something to do, even something horrible. Well, someone told me that the thing I've made, the Meganaw, means shield. And I picked that because, and he like motions to one of his arms just covered in Hebrew scripture. And he's like, it's actually a reference to Genesis. It says, it was one of the first things that God said to Abram is, Abram, I am thy shield, your reward.
And he's quietly listening, and he says, and you want to be the shield for others?
I suppose. I mean, one of the interesting things of war is that we make these horrible things to make sure that the other person can't hurt the person who buys our equipment. It's the paradox of trying to kill people so that other people don't get killed.
And he probably says, what's that old phrase? If you want peace, prepare for war.
The Americans always called it peace through superior firepower. And there's truth in it. If you can make someone so afraid of what wrath of God you could enact on them, why would they touch you?
He kind of nods and he says, well, when one brings down the wrath of God, if I may be so bold, one might be careful about thinking that they are the only wrath of God.
He nods,
And
but does have a
go ahead.
thoughtful look at that.
Yeah. He says, whatever happens in Nord, I want you to know, no matter what, if you ever need to come here and talk about anything, let me know.
I've still got a lot to go, but I'm just getting started.
Kind of says, well, as long as you make sure that you're being careful while you're doing so. And we see a view of the Meganaw walking away from the warehouse. He goes, something tells me you might be the most stable out of the ones there. He says with a big grin on his face. And go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just taking a breath. I thought I had an idea. I can't think of the song. Do 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 do. It's like a
the
it's like a
Lincolnshire
nurse-
Poacher?
Yeah, the Lincolnshire Poacher is playing from the Meganaw as it racks back the ATGM to fire out the expended shell and pull in another.
Mm-hmm.
Now, children, behave until the epoxy wears off in the rain. Father is hunting foxes.
And yeah, I think there we get a black screen that closes off. And we are going to call it for the evening, y'all. All right, good sesh. Let's get some sign-offs started. Let us start with the supervillain of streaming, Computer King.
Yes, I'm Computer King, the supervillain of streaming, and I was doing rolls on top of a roof while drunk to try and, get my guns out while I'm rolling. It's insane, but that's my character. He's Dexter. He loves movies. He makes brain dance. Are they videos? Experiences. It's just what he does. He's just a crazy solo. And I resent Cachette being called the sanest person in the group when I went. He went voluntarily to therapy, and he was quite nice about therapy. He just wanted to make sure he was okay because he got a bunch of new cyberware.
That's true, actually. That's a valid
he also hasn't
point.
slaughtered dozens of Nazis.
That's true.
That
That's
just
true.
means you that just means you need to get those numbers up, baby.
Okay, true. And on Friday, tomorrow I'll be in the Immortal War playing Nagashita, who is a very sneaky samurai. And every other Friday I play John Howler, who drives a gigantic mech that looks like a gorilla. And we might be blowing the shit out of some guy who we really hate because he's nasty and doesn't treat his employees well. Just no dental plan, no workman's comp. Keep working until you drop. If you say something bad about me, I have you shot. Things like that.
Real rough boss stuff, yeah.
He is a rough boss.
Take care
Yeah.
of Lex.
And on
Take
Monday,
care,
I'm in
Lex.
the Shrikeverse Shard universe number pi times I to the third power. I don't know what number it is. And
It rhymes with
that's
that.
where I play.
1385.
Good enough.
True.
And I play Lollipop, who is an alien that looks like a giant brain with a spindly body. And he accidentally created a living being out of individual flying eyeballs. It's a long story. You should go into the VODs and watch the long story because, man, you won't believe it. Other than that, nothing else. Back to you, GM.
All right, excellent. Next, let's go with Brian.
Hello, I'm Brian. I played Meza today. Well, had a nice little talk with Pierre. That's always good to find out what you're getting yourself into. Yeah. Let's see. I think that's all I'm in right now, really.
Well, it's tomorrow or Saturday.
Well, yeah. Well, I was
You
going to
could
get
be
the
there
Saturday,
tomorrow.
but
Oh,
tomorrow I am in another game that, well, they sort of need me.
Yeah.
But we won't divulge into that one. But yes, this Saturday I will be starting a new campaign, Iberia, within the
love.
Pathfinder world. It's called the Lands of Iboria. It's definitely a place where the land, not necessarily the creatures, but the land itself is out to get you. And there's a reason behind that. And eventually the party will figure it out. Maybe you can find a way to stop it. Who knows? But yeah, come on out. Well, Saturday is more of a session 0.5. We'll see how it goes. And hopefully I do have someone that can stream it. And if I do, then it definitely will be streamed. But yeah, that's it for now.
Okay, excellent. Next, let's go with Skiat.
Okay. I'm Scott, and I'm the most sane one. I don't know what everybody's talking
I have a
about.
I think
Oh,
you are
Lord.
less sane than Lucky. That's saying
Bullshit.
something.
Back.
That's so much. You need to
You're
go
the
to
one that
therapy
needs the
too.
most help.
You're about to get a
Right?
fucking text about it. Like you're going on some job mandated therapy.
I don't feel threatened at all, says the guy working for a company that says we'll literally kill you if you say a single thing about this.
He's on the express train to Sociopath Town.
Good.
There ain't no stops on that train, baby.
Anyway,
But
um, it's fun. It's good. What else am I in? Okay, Saturday I'll be in that game in the lands of Memoria.
no Moria.
Something.
Ibaria.
Oh, that's when we all die.
I
Cat tax. Sorry.
And then on Monday I'm in the Strike verse whatever, and part of Team Forearms, and we're gonna do better this time because I read the rules and now I know what I'm doing. Yay! And honestly, I think that's it. What happened to all my games? Oh well. Yeah, that's it.
All right, excellent. Next, let's move on to the prettiest prince. Let's go to Daniel.
Hola, it's your boy, Sassy McNasty or the Pretty Prince, depending on if I'm on Twitch or Discord or any other game. You caught me here playing Scene. Oh, cat tax is over. Oh, I finally scratched my face. Sorry. Oh my god, I've had cat fur all over my face, but I couldn't scratch it.
Yeah, she's been there the whole time.
Yeah. Oh no, I've had my cat in my lap. You can catch me here tomorrow in the Immortal War. As Masahira, hopefully, probably should be. I got my teeth out yesterday, my wisdom teeth, and as you can tell, no pain, no swelling. Like
I'm jealous.
I'm talking, no
Bullshit.
soreness, no. Oh, you might not be able to open your mouth. Like It actually feels
You're gonna
so
be
much
fine.
better. It feels so good now. I'm just jealous because I can't eat solid food right now. But
True.
soon. Anyways, you can also catch me in Lands of Iboria. Ibaria. It's hard. The IO always gets me.
Yeah, it's confusing, the IO, but
Ilbaria.
Ibaria. I'm so excited. I'm Assassin Zero. We get to pick our Lord/Lady. We get to pick our starting level. I have a lovely surprise with my character. I can't wait to just spring on the party at some point. You know, the usual. And then it wraps around to Wednesday, where you can catch me in Over the Horizon as Gideon Sunborn. Now the first of the Sun people. Looking at you, new person. No. And they're all talking about liches or people that bypass death, and Gideon's like, I guess that makes me a lich.
You are. You're a fucking lich.
Died like 3 times.
Reincarnation and lichdom are not the same thing.
No, he died as a baby
Lich,
twice.
please.
He died as a baby twice. He technically died after drinking that black liquid and came back possessed with the
Yeah,
shadow
but you
demon.
don't have a phylactery. That's your difference.
It's Sahila.
What if?
She's my phylactery.
Yeah, and that's why she's not around. We can't fucking kill her to kill
Mhm.
him.
Anyways, that's everything I'm in because we wrap back around to Thursday.
All right. Next, let's go to Amy Gedden.
Oh, hello, I'm Amy Gedden. Today I played Cash. There's a really nice setup. I'm sorry for being mean to Lucky. It's just residual meanness from all the times Lucky was mean to me. And I'm just like, it's coming back and it's sad. I'm sorry. I'll be better. I promise. Let's see here. Tomorrow I'm in the Immortal War where I play as Zumi, and that's going to be fun because we're speedrunning that. It's very exciting. I would like to see what would happen. Also, I would like to no longer be a monk so that I can fall in love with the Immortal Shogun, and then I can also rule the lands. Yeah, there's like a whole, I've got fucking headcanon happening. It's a problem. Don't look at me like that.
Coffee shop AU, coffee shop AU.
so there's that. And then on Mondays, I'm actually on a different channel. Next Monday, I'm playing in an Emberwind game on it's Distal's Place. It's on Twitch. And someone could please shout them out because I don't have anything open. I can't do that my fucking self. That's Monday, and it's a good time. It's really exciting. And there's like another campaign that's going on like together. It's very cool. It's very fucking cool. You should just tune in and check it out. And then nothing on Tuesdays. And then Wednesdays, it's Over the Horizon, where my GM gives me everything I want and then more than I can handle. Thank you. I'm terrified. And that's me. That's everything.
All right. Nightheart!
Wow, I could actually hear you through the walls.
I
Where you
figured.
live?
Yeah, I know.
You
Mira lives in the walls.
I live
hi,
in the
Hope.
walls.
Hi, Hope
I'm the
Frindles.
cryptid
My
that
name
lives in
is.
the basement.
Wow. Hi, Hope Frindles. My name is Ron, otherwise known as Nightheart. You caught me here today having a strong call ambulance. Playing Cachette, who definitely is figuring out that whole we have to separate our work life and our home life thing. You can also find me here tomorrow where I will be running the Immortal War, where, yeah, there's some sedition going on. I feel like if Brian showed up, all the magistrate would be able to say is, "You did what while I was gone? Holy shit!" And I don't know whose side she'd be on because there's been a lot going on. A lot. And there's also going to be some dark magic rituals done by Gaijin sorceresses that they're all like, hell yeah, I want to be a part of that. Evil magic? Nice. Every other Friday, I run Yakshas, where, yes, I've introduced to them a villain that they all immediately went, ew, I hate him. He's dead. Which is exactly what I wanted.
That's
You know,
nothing. He's dead.
Then there's Mr. Nothing. He's creepy.
Mr. Nothing, huh? Seems like you can
I
count
think
for nothing.
I think you guys hate Mr. Nothing more than you hate Creepy Guy from the Immortal War, whose name I never
I love
came up
Creepy
with.
Guy. He's so
You-
cool.
Yeah, Mr. Onmyoji. On Mondays, I am also in Fire Strike Shardverse Funny Number, where we are now penetrating deep into the planet's core in order to pee on everything.
I don't like how any of that was said. That was awful.
Listen, Chris
Oh, is
isn't
that
here.
what we're
It's-
clipping?
Chris isn't here. Chris can't
Yeah.
complain about P-Bit.
Chris
P-Bit
can't
won't-
complain about the PP bit. We are
P-bit
the
won't- yeah.
pisslers.
The Pisslers will piss on your furniture.
So first that penetrates the shield gets to do the stuff to the core, right?
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
Fucking
exactly.
yes.
You motherfuckers. Ew.
And a new planet is
The-
born.
Pissler. It's like
the
the
sl-
Hamburglar, but instead of stealing your food, we piss on your furniture.
What has this
Uh,
become?
Anyway,
Anyway,
Fantastic.
You can also catch me here on Wednesdays, where I'm in Over the Horizon, where I play Sanel, the embodiment of RBF, who is also the Yuan-Ti artificer, who had some character development after having a little bit of a sad moment after the only person who kind of respects him in the party was like, "You stole my girlfriend's lyre, didn't you?
I'm
fucking
sorry.
snake."
It was like, I'm an awful person. I apologize there too. Listen,
They were
today's
like-
the week of apologies, or this is the week of apologies. Amy done fucked some shit up. My bad, okay? My fucking bad.
And it was so bad because there's The only person in this party that can that they can do the no bitches to is fucking JR. And JR wouldn't react to it.
No, I know.
You can say that to Gideon.
Gideon has a wife!
Yeah, you call her a bitch, you might end up without a head.
PvP. Give me my new character. Anyway, that's it
Do
for
you
me.
want a new character? I thought I
Alright.
lost it.
No.
Hold on.
Okay, good.
And we are going to move on to Cyrus Smith.
Okay, I was just typing this in chat, but I'll just say it out now. I'll at you, Amy. Usually it takes like a session or two before your bad decisions catch up with you. This time it was just all at once.
It was so quick.
So howdy folks, my name is Cyrus. Today you caught me playing New Amsterdam, where I'm playing Sad Girl Hours Marcine, who doesn't want to be called Lucky anymore because she doesn't feel lucky, even though she is the woman that cheated death twice. Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday, you can catch me playing the most gremlin-y gremlin you've ever seen gremlin. Indiana, who, when confronted with the BBEG, who has some OCD tendencies, the best thought in her head was, I'm just gonna fuck with everything. Not knowing that it was probably indeed going to get some people killed.
Some.
You can also find me on, I guess that wraps it around to Wednesday, where you can find me running over the horizon, where, if it isn't the consequences of my decisions, trademark for everyone in the party.
Oh no, the consequences of my actions!
well, if it isn't, yeah. Anyway,
Bitch.
You can also find me. Actually, that brings it right around to Thursday. Yeah, a little bit slower for me, but I'm doing other things in the background. You should check out our Twitter because we're
everything that's been going on, Twitter, TikTok, all this stuff has. Oh well, on my screen. Okay, there has been this guy setting everything up. All these new changes you're going to start seeing is
the next
Sorry,
step.
Correct.
The next step is this weekend to hopefully completely revamp our back end. So you won't see a ton of that, except for maybe some emojis, finally getting some things to work.
Poggers.
You know.
we could do emojis.
And if we're lucky, maybe even we'll be so bold as to have names on each of our screens.
Oh fuck!
Wow.
Are you kidding?
Hoggy
I'm so
Woggy.
excited.
So
Who's gonna
anyway,
do that?
That's me.
all right. And that is
Someone
going to
will
leave
do
it to
for
me.
free.
Hey, everybody, give yourself 8 IP,
Okay.
first and foremost. Second of all, hello, everybody. My name is Mira, also known as Mira Chase GM. Today, you caught me running New Amsterdam. First and foremost, if you want me to run one of your games, my information is down there in the doobly-doo. For if you want to shoot me a message on my email or phone because I'm lonely and want to run as many games as possible. Other than that, you can also catch me tomorrow where I'm going to be in Immortal War as Hiroki the Himbo Samurai, which, man, I'm just trying to do my thing. I'm just trying to not get executed for being a person who was born to a certain family. You know how it go. You can also catch me on other Fridays where I play Domingo Frank Ordonez, who's a bad guy who's trying to not be a bad guy. That's kind of his whole arc right now. And he's also dying. You can catch me. You can catch
So
me
dramatic.
on. You can catch me on Saturday for Lands of Ibaria, where I don't have a single goddamn clue what I'm gonna play. So we'll figure that shit out. And then you can also catch me on Mondays for Fire Strike Funny Number, which 1835, which 1385.
1385.
Whoop.
I was so close.
1984.
Literally. All right, Rowan, paste it in the Discord. That's just for us. That's the audience doesn't get it. But no,
2077.
that's gonna be the. Other than that, I was in Nobility and Notoriety. That ended fantastic. Check out the VODs for that. Holy shit, that last episode was a fucking amazing. Good fucking job, Amy.
The
Round of
whole episode was
applause.
like, clip
Yes.
that, clip that, clip that, clip that.
And yeah, other than that, that is everything on my part. So with all that being said, do we want to get a Nostrovia and get the hell out of here?
Oh yes.
Hold on one sec.
Mm.
Everybody,
One
everybody,
sec.
everybody. We are going to be rating Odin WT Gaming. It is a birthday stream.
Hey,
Birthday stream.
excellent.
So now we can go ahead.
Birthday.
All right, let's get
Let's say hi,
let's
happy
get Nostrovia and get out of here.
Nostrovia!